Also, the Lulu has quite nice synergy, I do believe, and the Riven Q3 with the Asuo, because the Lulu, ult, I believe, knocks up everyone in the vicinity of whoever shields. So she
Does
may choose
indeed.
to use that a bit more as like an engaged CC tool rather than just purely for saving an ally. I did for the most part. So I think that they definitely have the opportunity to win this game, given that it sort of suits their playstyle.
I think so. I think so. Interesting to see if we get an invade here, because I mean I've not played with New Janet yet, but I'd imagine if she can start Q, if like someone tries to push
She
camp, but we're
does
just gonna
start
get a
Q,
5 point.
I think.
We're gonna get a 5 point. Senna's warded Tribush, so there shouldn't be any issues here.
No. And they're going the long way around here. The enemy team isn't really in a position to respond other than having that ward on the red buff, which it looked like Guard went for regardless of whether they were invading or not. So, but they're not in a position to punish this invade at all.
I absolutely detest this Lulu skin as well.
It's a little odd, a little odd. I'll give you that.
I like the Riven skin. I like the Vayne skin. I like the Yasuo skin. I like base Lilia. But that
So
Lulu skin, it irks me.
Blaze has gone for the grasp Malphite, but I believe even on tank Malphite, you can go Comet and Manaflow Band, because it just gives you like really nice poke in lane. You just sort of Q every time it's up, pokes them a bit, gives you some mana so you don't run out. It's
I
normally quite a nice reset.
I think he probably will have Mana Flow anyway, because like I mean that champ feels horrific to play without it. It's just one of those ones that's being outscaled by the manaless champinos. It's definitely going to be an interesting game, this one. I feel like both bot lanes are just going to look to scale quite a lot. Hikes going in, stacking up that Conqueror with the triple Qs, landing on the Malphite, who didn't have his grasp available either, so it's not like he's getting a use of that out of it. I don't know about Comet Janna. I feel like that Glacial Offense is just so nice.
It definitely felt pretty disgusting when I tried it out for a couple of games earlier today. I was awful at the champion, but it still felt good. I think it's just a really nice rune on her where she has so much CC that she can use with that Q and the ult as well. Malphite, though, taking a fight in his minion wave, so he's just winning it sort of on default, plus with his shield. So it's worked out.
Oh, we're going to see a gank here. Yona just farming away on that Lilia, as the deer tends to do.
Yeah, so something to note is that Yuna went from top lane to bot lane here with his clear. Meanwhile, Guard went for buff Raptor's Gromp, leaving his blue side up for later and going for a gank first, but he hasn't found anything at all yet. With top lane sort of equal but shoving, and Riven's a little bit hard to gank anyway.
We'll be taking a Scarlet Leech as well.
And
Top.
Malphite and mid lane wasn't really gankable either, so
No,
it
and
is.
they're both shoved in from IA here, so we're not going to be able to see a top gank from the Jarvan.
No, and I think the Lilia just sort of wants to farm because there's not much set up bot lane anyway. Like she can go for something here because they're so extended, but unless Howlitzer has no tornado up, no slow up, no shield up, I don't see it being that successful other than
Oh,
chunking.
we do have some large engage here. That's a lot of damage. D24 tick, he's dodging the cage as well. This man be smooth with it. The Volvo engine coming through. Oh, the stun just misses for Hikes on the ribbon. Oh, that Nado was inches away. You know for a fact that Tubelard's bumhole just clenched.
There was a little bit of a breeze there. I could feel it just rush past.
Oh, are we going to see first blood here? D24 tick being exhausted and knocked up. Yep, there we go. The Vigar picking it up. Hike's going again on Blaziken here, but I don't know if you win this, my dude.
He's leveled up as well, so he's just losing.
Oh,
And Blaze keeps his flash there, so
he does.
that's just chill. He can just shove this wave in, force out the TP from Hakes, recall, spend his gold, He seems to be doing just that. Shove the wave in, then chill. Whether he's going to get it on time though is another question for the wave to actually crash. But he should.
Unfortunately, that is Malphite's one weakness.
So he's going to could just walk to lane here because he's not going to lose too much from doing so. I'm a little bit surprised about the Volvo engine or D24 Ticks engaged there. He was very, very deep.
He did go in deep. I think
They knew they were all there.
Yeah, I think he might have aquaplaned when he went through river into
Just
the
slid
jungle.
a little too far.
Yeah, that was it. Like he lost control of the car, and that was it. One puddle.
Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna be that.
Understandable.
And you need to like lightly tap on the brakes, like not slam it. But that man kept going with the accelerator, like.
If anything, it's actually quite an impressive feat. Given how known Volvos are for their safety, the fact that he can achieve something like that just shows how much he can push his abilities to their limits.
Ike's is level 6 and Yuna is here. Are we going to see a dead rock? I miss my pet rock. R.I.P. Stony.
Sedge. You can see that like Janna tornado speed, even with no charge there, coming straight out, and that's due to the mini rework this patch. So this is, I believe, the second Janna we've seen this weekend. No, third, I think.
Yeah, we did see it last game as well.
Yeah. So
I don't know if you remember that one.
Gone from my memory. Gone. Just evaporated. Is what it is.
Lilia picking up 91 Gs from the Scuttle Crab there, pushing P, leashed by the ribbon. Is Jarvan going to be a dickhead and stop the back? He is.
A little crunch, but it's alright. It's alright. Ooh.
That's an interesting cage. It looked like Yasuo kind of walked through that one. But the champ does need buffs, because if you follow Riot Games or League of Legends on Twitter, that's all the comments are from accounts that were created post 2015 when the owners of them turned 12.
Yep. Sounds about right. Is what it is. But yeah, Yasuo and Yon actually did get a buff this patch as well. So I'm not sure if we've seen such an increased play rate yesterday because of the fact that a lot of the games were recorded and played back for the stream. Not sure whether, I'm sure that's known. Oh, it is now, if not.
It was because we did have one individual, I will not mention names, but their name rhymes with a wank, voting using channel points on games for which they already knew the outcome.
Okay. So one thing to note is the fact that where it's a bit earlier, some of those games were played earlier on into the patch or even last patch, we may not have seen yesterday all of the representation of the buffs and changes and the new champions available in yesterday's games, whereas now obviously we're seeing Descena coming through with the buff, we're seeing Janna coming through with the mini rework, we're seeing Veigar coming through with the stacking buff, Yasuo with the buffs as well. So we're sort of seeing all these champions that have had changes in the last patch definitely having a lot of priority.
God going in, he's not going to use that ult.
No, doesn't want to trade it.
The Lulu has flash.
Yeah, doesn't want to trade it for the flash, it appears. I just said that's probably a worthwhile trade, but maybe they're just taking the pressure and they're going to try and translate it into a dragon instead.
With that dragon coming up, I think they're just like, yeah.
They don't want to take lots of damage trying to dive and things, finish off that kill.
Faux show.
They're looking, so Lily's looking for a cross-map play here, going to try and get onto the Malphite, but the Malphite does have ult if he gets into a sticky situation where he's going to fall asleep. So he's just chilling, no stress. That's a +3 for the Veigar.
Very nice Nado there.
Nice, just disengaging. Just chilling, not getting too out of his comfort zone here after his first death. This game's been relatively slow paced, so we're going to have to see how that fares for Monkey Madness and whether they'll be maybe picking up their first L. Who knows?
So, yeah, it's been a very slow game so far. But I suppose we kind of expect that looking at these comps. You know, they got that Senna, Vigar, and a Bane. Very nice EQ flash. And the ult coming through. D2 also going to flash and dodge that Senna ult.
I think that Senna ult was a bit of a waste there, because I don't think it was killing, even if it lands.
I don't think it was either, but you got to respect a man for trying to murder. from
I
across the map.
suppose. Maybe it was also there to facilitate in case they decided to commit to the dive and just keep
Very
going a little bit
possibly,
further.
very possibly. Might have been a little lapse in communication.
Yeah, Veigar ult is still up there as well, so I feel like they definitely could have had the Veigar flash forwards, Q ult maybe, would have one shot. I'm pretty sure.
So are we seeing... Oh no, we're not going to see a dive setup because we're going to see a Herald be taken by guard. He probably has an inkling that Unadabula is bot side on the Lilia. Farming hard, but also the Jarvan is keeping up, which is interesting to me. But Lilia does farm very efficiently going through that middle lane game and becomes a speedy little Bambi. What's your favourite scene in Bambi, Ben?
Ooh, definitely not the start. And I'm struggling to remember the rest of the film, so by default, it might have to be.
So
the
by
start.
default, your favourite scene is the one where Bambi's mum dies.
It's a bit tragic, but unfortunately, that might be the case.
What a horrible person you have become.
Such, very disappointed.
Any jammers in the chat?
Such, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna blame Connor. It's pretty toxic. It's what it is. There we go. Job done. Not my fault.
These tornadoes are so stupidly fast. Whose idea was that, honestly?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a double whammy buff because the thing is that they nerfed Janna's Q travel time, right? Which was always fixed. So it was 1.5 seconds, I think, or 2.5 seconds, something. I think 1.5. It's now 1.25 seconds, I do believe. But on top of that, they also buffed the distance it moves as a minimum. So given the fact that it's always going to travel to the maximum range in a fixed duration, that also effectively increases the speed by increasing its range. So it sort of increased the speed in two ways. So it's kind of a stacking buff that maybe they didn't expect quite how much of an effect it was going to have. But it certainly is a little bit spooky.
Oh, we're getting a fight in the top lane. And a Herald go down in the bot lane. That's some big plating of gold. Oh, D2 tick is trapped in the zone.
And there's some stacks there onto the Veigar. He's just chilling. He's not too stressed.
Tubalard won because Tubalard was definitely taken.
So
they're pretty even on farm across the board. You know that Vayne's got a little bit of a lead, but top lane's fairly even, mid lane's even enough, jungle's even enough. One camp's difference. Oh god, going in again on the Yasuo, and we should see a death here because he's flashless, and the Veigar ult takes it. Blaziker's interrupting that back. How did he see him? He not back in the bush?
Maybe... I don't know. Who knows?
Hikes, I just bigged you up. You can't let me down, man.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull up and show what he's made of. But the thing is that the more this Malphite gets to scale, he's just going to turn into a brick wall.
I think he's made of, like, volcanic rock as opposed to, like, brick.
Well, you know, point still stands. He's going to turn into a solid structure.
Right, is there any chance Christian Simeone is in the chat? Because this man geologizes. Flash away from the Malphite. Oh,
Okay.
oh, the Lulu. We are seeing a battle of the cringe here. Can we just get Moneyman Flacco back? Malphite, Or and Lulu whacking away at each other. This isn't what I signed up for.
So we see bot dragons now just spawning. So this will be the second dragon of the game for IA if they can take it. Or the first dragon of the game for Monkey Madness. You can see Guard's just going for it, I think. Meanwhile, his team are a bit late on this rotation, but they're okay, they're okay.
Oh, it's a very big sleep on both members of the bot lane. Ooh.
They just disappeared.
Can we get a knockup of any kind?
That wind wall is doing work there, splitting up the team fight, giving them a little bit of a respite.
I want to see the drag down
smite.
Very low. D2 Fortic going low. Oh, Guard is doing work here. Absolute work. And that is a really nice team fight from IA coming through there. That's not what you want to see if you are Monkey Madness, because you could have just given that one, even though like you were in a pretty good spot to stop it. I think there's a bit of indecisiveness. They weren't sure what was going on. A couple flashes away. Like the center flash was really nice from the killer Vanilla. to stop himself from dying basically while he was just a snoozing.
There are 40 center stacks currently, Scott.
And can we get Vigar stacks as well, just for completeness?
All right. We'll have a look. 137, 138 stacks already.
He
Oh,
is
that's already stacking up.
scaling.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you on the hesitation part there, because they were sort of on top of guard early, and IA's bot lane and mid hadn't rotated yet. And then all of a sudden they sort of let them group up again. Maybe they didn't want to fight on two fronts and commit one way or the other, but it just seemed like they sort of actually let them get the best of both worlds, with the Jarvan almost getting a flank engage from the Dragon Pit. Meanwhile, their bot lane were able to do work and things. So definitely felt like it was a bit of a hesitation, but I can maybe understand why they weren't entirely sure about what they wanted to do there. Lilia spending more time top lane, not managing to get anything done. Blaze just turbo chilling on the Malphite. Top lane is just a lane of non-impact. They'll just do nothing, sit in their little island, bouncy castle, and get nothing done for a while, other than shove waves back and forth into each other, I guess, and do some trading.
Objective bounties are up, another thing that I don't like to do with this game. Got a 5k gold difference, like just over, 5.2k.
I like the idea of objective bounties more than normal bounties, actually. I think objective bounties are better because they're to do with how you work as a team, rather than, for example, if you're one person trying to carry your team, and because you've beaten your enemy laner, you're punished with having a shutdown, so you can't make proactive plays.
Yep.
Whereas, yeah, with the objective bounties, it's more about a team's cohesiveness as a whole and their ability to defend their entire map.
Oh, Senna's damage. Lord, that's a lot already. Oh, that's a big send from Blazercus
Nice
and Killer Vanilla. We did see Hike's TP out, but now he's run back. Karakuni coming in. I feel like you just polymorph here.
Yeah, they're doing alright.
Himself up interesting like that.
There's no mana, so he shouldn't be able to get away here. Oh, big general.
The big general stopped the Yasuo from being able to wall, and guard is going in now. That is
Rest by have arrived.
in front line vein. Oh, big bit. You just stop hitting the Malphite. Just ignore the 0 mana Malphite, man. Just ignore that 0 mana Malphite. He's not going to be doing too much. You are just hurting yourself and stopping yourself from healing by whacking him. Because he's got that Bramble Vest.
Monkey Madness looked like they almost managed to get a sort of return play there, but then they were just too slow. I had lots of time there to move up, get back in. Very nice channel there to stall it out. Then guard arrives. They re-engage, and it's just disgusting. It's 11-0 now. And
This is gonna be tough to come back from. It's still possible, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely gonna be tough. These turrets are going down.
Yeah.
Like if this turret goes down here, definitely. They're not gonna overstay. And the mid turret goes down as well. Oh, don't let it get off. Don't let it.
No!
Oh, they did let it charge. That's not good. They'd even given up on getting it to charge. Oh lord.
At least those towers are
Oh,
healed. At least those
mustard.
towers heal.
Oh mustard.
And I'd also comment the fact that IA don't really have, I'd say, much of a split push. They just more want to look to teamfight, right? So the chances of that tower getting punished while it's still low and not healed up, relatively low, compared, especially given the fact that both teams are going to be posturing towards the bot side. So hopefully that Herald extra push won't mean too much here. You can see Malphite getting the push in bot lane, and they already have the push secured in mid lane for IA. So they're just going to look to take control of this dragon, I expect. Wait for Tablar to get on the map, take a fight, win the fight with their leads, take dragon. They're 10k ahead. They don't need to be rushing this objective and flipping a smite fight.
Yeah, they don't need to take any big risks right now. They are some strong champs. Like, they are an item ahead in the jungle. They're at least half an item ahead top, I would say. They're almost 2 items ahead in the mid lane. They're item ahead support in the ADC. And yeah, and then like half an item ahead support. Like that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of items. I just said like numbers on repeat because they're ahead everywhere.
So the thing is that they actually just didn't want to. They just didn't contest that. They just gave the sole point here. I guess they're just feeling like they can't contest it. but I also don't see any sort of item spikes they're particularly approaching. All of Monkey Madness have their core mythic items other than support. And even Vayne's only got a Rage Knife, I think it's called. So, still a ways away from that Gunsoo's Rage Blade. Which means that there's no real imminent power spikes that they're going to get by giving that Dragon. And Baron's on the table now. So they could just look to get this bot push in and pressure them and then secure a Baron. And it's just going to get more dire, I feel like, the longer this goes on.
Oh, we've seen the sleep go out on 2 people, but the Vigar cage is going to stop that. Vigar's such a good pick here. There's been so much pressure on Tubalard, like Dabis said, to like deliver this game and call this man UPS. Oh.
Yeah, no, he's done a really good job not getting caught, not getting punished. Good at just serving his role, not getting too hyped.
They did well there to hide in the center, camouflagui. Oh, big from Hikes. Oh, the exhaust stopping him, and the Janna, and then Tubalard nukes him with the ult there. So, ult down. This could be pretty catastrophic.
They've got the push coming in top, and they've got no one top as well.
That's it. Oh, and we're gonna see, is Guard gonna live?
Oh, he's inting. Oh, he takes another
live.
dash
He
shot.
has ruined the potential for the perfect game.
That's tragic. Truly tragic.
Because if he had killed there, I think they just end. I mean, they're double inhibiting here anyway. They probably run straight to Baron. It ain't safe on the block.
No, it's a little bit of an oof there. That one thing that did actually work really well for them was the Everfrost. It felt like they thought Veigar's used everything here to zone us off. We can go in now because he's just blown up. Riven?
Maybe they thought that it would be stopped by Windwall.
But it goes like along the ground. It's a bit like a Luxol, so it doesn't get blocked by the.
Yeah, it's a beam. I mean, I suppose it looks like it comes out in like a line, like bit by bit. So I guess it kind of looks like a projectile.
Yeah, but it just isn't. So unfortunately, the Everfrost rooted 2 of them there, and that was just the beginning of the massive turn. They didn't even need the Malphite. Blaze was just chilling top, pushing top in him. He was just having the time of his life. And now Karakuni's face checked him, not expecting him to still be sticking around on his own. And he's probably just going to die to this, unless he has ult. No, he doesn't. He does have exhaust, but it's not going to be enough at this stage.
Oh, that's a big Ngagui from Blazicus.
That ult actually gets him out.
He does.
He commits his flash and his ult, burns a flash and exhaust from Karakuni.
He gets the Lulu. Are they looking to take Baron, or are they just going to hit mid? They are going to Baron.
I
Vayne is
definitely
fucking
think
away
they should go
bot.
for the Baron.
They have to give this, but I don't know if there's a way back at right now for the boys from Monkey Madness. I think they chimped out a little bit too hard this game, and they let the lead grow.
I think you are right in your assessment, but it's going to be a little bit difficult here. They've got 2 inhibs down. They've got waves coming in. They don't really have a proper tank either, which is another big problem for their comp, I think, given the fact that they're behind. They have no one to try and frontline, try and keep this fight going on long enough.
They are running in. This is a dead Lulu, I think. It is a dead Lulu. Howlets are picking up the kill. And they're just going to try and take this mid turret. Can we get a quick AP check on the Vigar?
Oh, yep, we can, and also center stacks. So 224 bonus AP from phenomenal
762 AP on
evil
the
power.
Vigar.
So, yep, a little bit disgusting. And Senna has 78 stacks, so it's 2 stacks away. It looks like maybe about to get them. Yep,
well, these
okay.
are just lying in there. Heights get knocked up. This was not a Riven game.
No,
That's
it
it.
was
God, Yuna is doing everything he can here, but you are not killing these guys here. Ricky getting flash ulted by Howlitzer doing the insect. Who is this man? Is he from the Korean Pro Leagues? Because he gaming. And Lulu, they are going to get another kill on. So, guard inting didn't mean they could have a perfect game, but... Ooh! Tubalard